y'all been missing me, so I'm back.
She's back. Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Ashley.
Last year we sold our house and we're traveling across the country with our kids.
Hi, my name's Goose, and this is Maverick. Come join us.
So this is the video that we have been wanting to make for weeks now, and I just want to first off say thank you so much for all of you guys that have reached out to us and been like, are you okay? What's going on? We've missed you guys. Are we squeezing you?
I've tried to answer all of them, but I definitely was not able to, so thank you for all of your outpouring of love. We really appreciated it.
So first off, let's start off by saying no, we did not get in any sort of accident, or nothing terrible happened to us. Life just got crazy for us. So you may have noticed, for those of you that haven't, is we kind of went down to one video a week for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden for the past 3 weeks or so, we have put up basically nothing. So I apologize for October, but October was a crazy month.
So it wasn't really like one thing that happened that made it so that we weren't able to make the videos. It was a culmination of like a lot of things, and so I guess we'll just kind of break it down for you. Let's start with
Bud
this
Bud wants
one.
to be on camera, let's start with him. How you doing, Bud Bud?
I've noticed that Apollo has been getting older lately. He will actually be 9 on November 11th. I know that with his age comes, you know, having eyesight problems, and I think that's happening. And his joints aren't what they used to be, and so...
Like leaping over tall fences.
Yeah, he can't do that anymore.
Oh, here he goes. Yes, I got it on camera.
One night, James let him out to go potty, and he fell out of the trailer. And it wasn't just like this, oh, I slipped. It was like legit, he was almost in the trailer and then fell back on his back. The whole trailer shook. I'm going, what's going on? It all kind of happened at once, but he got up, he was okay, or he acted okay-ish. He was able to get in the trailer, and the next morning he just acted out of the usual. It kind of, for those of you that don't know Apollo's story, when he was a year old, he got pneumonia and we almost lost him. And he acted like how he did when he had pneumonia, and it terrified me. We knew that he was obviously hurting. We didn't know if anything was broken. But what we did know was it wasn't going to heal if he had to keep getting up and down the steps at the trailer. So I called my parents and we went to their house. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting my dog throw up and poop and everything in your house. Like, we put tarps down, we put trash bags down, everything was covered. I was catching vomit.
So before all of this puking and or vomiting and other gross stuff was happening.
Yeah, sorry for those of you that don't like to talk about it. It's a fact of life.
We did call Ashley's uncle, who was a vet who's done all sorts of, basically everything for Apollo for the most part.
Yes. Once he was healthy enough, actually, when he had pneumonia, we took him to my uncle, and my uncle helped get him back to health.
So after talking with him on the phone and just kind of describing the symptoms, what was going on with Apollo and whatnot, he kind of told us what his thoughts and his feedback were. He said, if it stays like this, I wouldn't really worry about taking him into the emergency clinic or anything like that. So basically we just monitored him, gave him some low dose pain medication to help him kind of relieve some of that pain.
Yeah.
And thankfully, fingers crossed, everything has gotten back to normal. You can tell he's still a little stiff and a little slow at times, but I think that's also just part of his growing older, is he's having more troubles with stairs. Because for those of you that don't know, Danes only live 8 to 12 years is pretty average. So he's now up there in that almost 9 years old range. So as sad as it is to say, is like these kind of incidents could be the end, which is like, it's even like Ashley had a horrible realization of that last night and was like freaking out, like in tears, cuddling Bud Bud on the floor.
Said, I know he's older, I know that happens, but like,
she's like, I can't lose my puppy, my Bud Bud.
And like, he's been with us for 9 years, and
he's literally our firstborn.
He was our first baby, and so
Well, I am.
I always see him as that puppy, even though I know he's not.
Yeah.
I just refuse to kind of come to terms with the fact that he's getting older, and yeah, I can't do it.
So that is one of the things that piled up and caused us to basically disappear on social media.
I was having to literally pick up his back. That was part of why we thought that we were going to have to take him in, because I would have to pick his back up, yes, I'm sorry, and walk him outside to go potty and all the things. Like, it was crazy.
So while all that is going on over in Central Oregon at her parents, I actually stayed with the trailer, the RV, over in the Portland, Oregon area, because it couldn't have happened at a worse time with our schedule. I had this freelance gig going on that was owning my life. This freelance project was a super fun thing to be part of. I got to fly out to Utah and do some filming on green screen stages and whatnot, but it owned my life. Basically, the first 2 to 3 weeks of October, from the time I woke up till 1 or 2 in the morning, I was working 7 days a week on this. So it was kind of like a blessing in disguise in that because the kids and the dog and everybody went to Central Oregon, I could like just focus and not feel bad about ignoring these ones. But it was a crazy, so that was a huge factor. That is one of the reasons why I couldn't spend, you know, my 8 hours editing our vlogs, because I edit probably for a good 8 hours on each video, not to mention the filming and whatnot. So I just had no time to do any of that. And look at this one. One of the other things that happened while we were gone is, kiddo, give me a big smile. That happened.
I have lost 4 teeth.
5.
5.
She's our little jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Oh, hi, bud. Good boy. Good boy. She actually lasted longer here than I thought she was going to last. Anyways, so while this freelance project was going on, that was owning my life, my external solid state hard drive, which is supposed to be super reliable, crashed. And I literally lost not only a ton of vlog footage, but all of the project I had been working on for that freelance project up until that point, which was probably a good solid week of work that just disappeared on me for the most part. Thankfully, I had my project files backed up somewhere else, but all of my render time, and that's another thing I wanted to say is I want to apologize because that hard drive crashed, we lost so much vlog footage. I have not yet sent it in to recovery to see if we could recover anything, but I'm pretty sure the solid state drive just crashed on me, so I don't know if they will be able to recover anything. But all of our stuff at Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado,
which was like our favorite. So
yeah,
awesome.
We loved the Rocky Mountain. We got to see a moose.
Like the national park ranger, like he was one of our favorites that we've met. So it was really disappointing to lose the Rocky Mountain and just traveling west, I guess, and all the things that come with that. And I think I still have video from us getting locked out of our trailer, because I think we taped it on our phone because we didn't have a camera because it was locked in the trailer. So maybe he can do that video.
So hopefully we can recover some of that footage, because it would be a real bummer for it to all just be gone. But that's why we're now all of a sudden up to real time. It is officially the beginning of November. We spent Halloween.
Which is crazy.
We just got back from spending Halloween up in Yakima in Central Washington with my sister, and my mom flew up from Texas.
Okay, there it goes.
We absolutely loved it up there. That's where we did Halloween 2 years ago.
Goose is jumping up and down because that's how excited
Amazing!
she was. You're not even.
Do you want to tell them about it? You want to tell them what we did?
Was it
We went to
amazing?
the pumpkin patch!
We did. And what did you dress up as?
Wonder Woman!
Wonder Woman!
The
we had
coolest Wonder Woman. He says, I was there too.
and Apollo was there too. He did not dress up. If you guys didn't
He was
see,
super dog.
if you didn't see our video from 2 years ago, I'll link it up there. And it's actually, we basically did the exact same thing. We all dressed up as a theme. I think that year was Star Wars. This year was villains and heroes.
Heroes and villains. The kids were heroes. We were the villains.
But we did the same pumpkin patch with the pumpkin cannons and whatnot. That was a great Halloween. So we kind of recreated that memory
And the kids just
this
got
year.
to spend a lot of time together.
Lie down, bud. Lie down.
They've just been missing each other, and so we were thinking, you know what, we'll just spend a few extra days, and we did, and the girls loved it. They got to go on the grandma and grandpa cousin retreat, which they absolutely loved. Here comes Goose to tell you about it. Go ahead.
We went to Great Wolf Lodge. Great Wolf Lodge.
Was it super fun? What was
There's
your...
an indoor swimming pool, so I can swim even when it's raining.
Yeah, but what did you do at the very last day that you said was super fun?
Zip lining.
This girl got to go zip lining. We've been traveling for 2 years now and have not done any zip lining, and she did it without me.
She did, and Grandma was sending us videos, and she did.
I was at the very top.
You were. You're
as tall as that tree.
You're out of the screen.
They had a pretty legit ropes course thing there. I would totally go check that out.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, never been there before, but from the videos we got,
We would love to.
it looks pretty awesome.
We would love to check it out at some point.
Yeah, if anybody from Great Wolf Lodge is watching
please.
this.
Jason,
You got the cutest little desperate virtues, you do.
You
got the
like a baby.
The reason that we are still in the Pacific Northwest right now is because we are starting a business. It wasn't something that we expected to do when we started this 2 years ago. In fact, I am a little bummed when I see pictures of everybody in the warmer states. But it's something that we just felt was right. And so James has been working super hard on that, and we started that up the same time that he started his huge project, and Apollo fell, and everything just went
This is actually a project, this new business that we're starting up or have started up is something we've been actually working on since December of last year, so almost a full year that we kind of came up with this idea and started talking with the right people and getting the things going. But like Ash said, about a month ago when all this other craziness was going on is when we like officially launched the business. And so it was just this like trifecta, quadrifecta, like so many things happening at once. It was the fecta that just caused this craziness to happen, that where we just had to, as much as I hate not prioritizing YouTube, because I mean, if you guys have been watching us for years, I have been doing YouTube or we have been doing YouTube for over 5 years now, but like I pride myself on trying to be consistent, trying to get up what I say I'm gonna get up, but there's just no way we could be a family and get all this other stuff going on. Like even with all that other stuff, it was still hard for us to be a family. We were apart in different states. It was just a crazy time. So I apologize for the lack of videos in October, but thank you for those of you that have stuck with us. I promise things will get better and more consistent. But if this wasn't enough, we actually did something else this summer because we knew we were gonna be here for an extended period of time. We enrolled Goose in this homeschool group that one of our friends told us about, and Goose has been taking a dance class. It's, what is it, like a dance around the world or something?
Yeah, like, yeah. World of Dance, or I don't remember. Something to that extent. Passport to Dance.
Passport to Dance. But each week it's like a different country, so there was
like
Germany and France and also.
And like they have little costumes that they get to put on.
Here,
my Lanta, you guys.
Look at this video. This words don't do this cuteness enough.
It's just. And like at the end of it, they have these little passports, and they get a sticker in their passport from the country that they
just learn, because I think they learn a little bit about it too.
Oh, so
Did you want to say something about the Passport to Dance?
Okay, so you get stickers in your book, and then you don't get to bring them home.
Yeah.
You leave it there.
Yeah, you leave it there so you don't forget.
She knows that the kids will lose them.
Yes, or that parents will forget to bring them.
But it's a pretty cool little class.
It
But
is
on
an
top of
awesome
that,
class. Hey.
not only is Goose taking a class, Ashley is actually also teaching a class. So she's putting her Master's of Education to use and basically transforming some of the stuff that she's done in school and some of the stuff she's taught Goose and teaching a introduction to reading class. So alphabet, actually, why am I talking about it? You tell them what's going on.
Like James said, it's introduction to reading. I am helping them understand how the letters work together and how to put words together, sight words, I mean everything. Phonics, the good stuff. On top of the homeschooling thing, I'm pretty sure we've mentioned it before. I know I put something at least on Instagram, but I have been working for the past like year and a half on a book for the girls, and I am almost done. I've got like a chapter left to write, and I just found an illustrator for it, and all the things are just kind of working their way to fruition of, you know, this book that I've had in mind for the girls. And it's exciting, but at the same time, it's just crazy. So.
And the reason that has been like a big stressful factor on top of this is she's trying to get it done for the Christmas season to give it as a gift to the cousins and whatnot. So we're trying to get that done basically in the next month, so that way we can hopefully get it published. I think via Amazon is what I've heard is a great way to do it. But anyways, there's just so much going on, and that's just another straw on the camel's back where it's just crazy. So I think that is all of the craziness that has happened to us over the summer or this past month. And so again, I just want to say I'm sorry. I feel horrible about it. And I know a lot of you have the questions like, wait a minute, you're staying in the Pacific Northwest. Does that mean you're not traveling? You're not going to be putting up any more videos?
Are you done? Are you going to get into a house? Like, I know the questions are probably going in their mind.
So no, we are not done traveling. We still have the travel bug, if not more than ever. We've been in talks about like, wouldn't it be sweet to travel abroad and do stuff like in Europe? There's all sorts of things that we're talking about, but we are going down to one video a week just because of all the stuff that we have going on, and I'm kind of excited because our travel style is going to change a little bit, and I think it's going to become more relatable, because instead of being on the road full-time and traveling all over the country, which I know a lot of you, it's your goal to do that, but with your current state, it's pretty impractical to think about that right now. What we're going to be doing is much more like a weekend warrior style, where we'll go out for 5 or 6 days and then come back to our home base here in the Pacific Northwest. So we're going to be doing a lot of things, or a lot of places that we always say we'll get to that we never really do, because anytime we come home to the Pacific Northwest, we're seeing family and we're just kind of hanging out. But now we're actually going to try and travel the Pacific Northwest. Granted, it'll be winter time.
I just wish it were warmer.
It's beautiful here. I love this, but as you can tell, we're in sweatshirts and Ashley's still cold.
I wanted a blanket and he said no.
But I can't wait to do things like Rainier, and actually one of the footages that we lost is we went and did Mount St. Helens and went and explored the volcano.
Lost Mount St. Helens?
Yeah, and so there's so much stuff that we get to do here in the Pacific Northwest that we just haven't gotten to take advantage of. So we are not done traveling by any means. The channel's just had the trailer driving by. The channel,
it's a busy day today for where we're at.
The channel's just going to change ever so slightly, but I think it's going to change in a good way. So for the future, for those of you wondering, one video a week at the least is what I'm going to try and do, and then it's going to be much more of there's just cars.
You snuck up on us.
This campground is like 75% empty, yet somehow there's cars going by everywhere. And more of a weekend warrior style thing, and still going to be doing the tips and tricks kind of video. I have a new backup camera I'm going to install shortly to kind of review, so there's still going to be all sorts of those informational kind of tidbits. Sorry, that was Apollo. I think this means it is time to close the vlog, so thank you.
Time to go make dinner. Something warm. It's cold.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for sticking with us through this crazy time. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. We will do a Q&A video. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and being here to support us. As always, click that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, stay positive, get out there. Life is an adventure, so make some memories.